The new MacBook Air with Retina Display? When will it come out? What will it look like? What specs will it have? Who knows? Apologies for the keyboard review not being this video, I guess. That will be up Monday for certain. And it would have been up last Monday, except all the video got corrupted, all the B-roll, so that had to be reshot. So yeah, that'll be up Monday. But that's not what today's video is. Today we're going to be checking out the 2015 Retina Macbook Air. Okay, now we're going to start it off with the design. Now, looking at the current gen MacBook Air, we have it's been the same design since around 2011. Now, I actually own the 2011 MacBook Air, so my point of view is coming from someone that could be upgrading, but probably won't, and I will get into that at the end of the video. Okay, so right now we have the 11-inch MacBook Air, the 11.6-inch, and then we have the 13.3-inch. Now, this is rumored to be a 12-inch screen, which is right in the middle, but I feel like it's almost too small. I really do like the 13.3-inch, and the 11-inch is definitely way too small for me, so I don't know, I guess we'll have to wait and see to see if that'll be a decent size. If you're used to using the small MacBook Air, this will be great for you. Now, the reason I say that it'll be good is because it's about the size of the 11-inch MacBook Air now, and that is due to the fact that the sides are cut down, the bezels are smaller, and it's thinner. And that's something that's just unbelievable. But the reason that it's so thin is that they cut out tons of ports. So you have two ports, basically. You have a headphone jack and the USB Type-C, which is very cool, actually. But the only problem I saw with it is if you want to set this up with a dock, I don't understand how you're going to be able to charge it and use any USB accessories that you would. Now, taking a look at some of the rumored pictures, the mock-ups, the keyboard is right up against the edge of the sides of the computer, I guess. And the bezels look a lot smaller, which is definitely very nice. The Dell's Infinity display looks unbelievable to me, anyway. I really like how thin those bezels are, and if the MacBook Air is like that, that's definitely going to be a great selling feature. Now, the outside of the Air is actually taking some design cues from the iPad and the iPhone line. So, on the back, instead of the iconic glowing Apple logo, we have just a solid black, which I mean, might look nice, but I really do like the glowing logo. I feel like it just looks really, really nice, and it's just awesome. It's part of Apple's laptops. Now, it also might come in a silver, gray, and gold, space gray, a lot like the iPhone and the iPad, and this would be awesome. If we could get a MacBook Air in a different color, that would be great. But it also seems like this might be Apple's rumored iPad Pro. Now, it's not. It's the MacBook Air because it has the built-in keyboard, but it seems a lot like it could be the iPad Pro. Now, right under that keyboard, you see the trackpad, and normally you have the click, click, click of the trackpad, which is awesome. I love that on my Magic Trackpad, or is that what they call it on the laptops? I don't know, the Magic Trackpad. I love the clickiness of it, but due to the thin design, that may be gone, and I just can't get used to tap to click. It's not the same for me, so this may be a problem, but if they can figure out a way to get the mechanical clickiness in there, that will be amazing. Now, getting back to the ports, the I/O, on the right side you have the headphone jack, and on the left side you have the brand new USB Type-C, which is not in, well, it's in production, but it's not being used very widely right now, but Apple is supposedly going to use it in their new MacBook. The thing is, though, is that it's small and there's one of them, which means that it might be causing problems for people that plug more than one thing into their computer. Now, one of the things I thought about was conductive charging, a lot like the Apple Watch and the Key, however you say that, wireless charging standard. I don't know, if that's how it's going to work, that would be awesome, but that hasn't been rumored, so I'm just making that up. Okay, now looking at the hardware specs, we have Intel's new M architecture, which is a low-power architecture that also allows the MacBook Air to be fanless, but it comes at a cost. So, because it's fanless, you can't get very high clock speeds on it. Their lowest end of the Intel Core M starts at 800 megahertz, which is like half of what some of the iPads are clocked at. Like the iPad Air 2 is clocked at pretty much twice what the rumored MacBook Air could be, which just doesn't seem like enough power. So on my current MacBook Air, which has an i5, 4 gigs of RAM, and integrated graphics, it can render out like a 5-minute video in around 10 to 15 minutes, but without a good processor, how will this work? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see how that will work. Okay, so in conclusion, it seems like Apple is trying to combine its MacBooks with their mobile counterparts, which I honestly don't think is a good idea. People still need powerful laptops, which is why laptops like the MacBook Pro with Retina Display exist. But if they keep going closer and closer to their iPads and iPhones, will they be able to change, and will people just not like it? Now, if they keep the current generation MacBook Airs on the side and maybe bump up the specs, add a Retina display, which would be very nice, then I think those will sell a lot better than the current, or than the rumored MacBook Air, just because I think people need more power in their laptops if they're going to be using it as a mobile video editing station or music production. Okay, now that's all for this video. If you guys did enjoy the video, leave a like down below and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. The keyboard review will be up on Monday, guaranteeing that. Maybe not if something goes wrong again, but that will try to be out on Monday. So stick around if you want to see that, and I'll see you guys next time.